Hey guys, Diamond here, and today I'm going to start a series that I should have started a long time ago, where I finally create my own network and develop it and showcase it and show what's happening back into you guys. This is going to be a very long and tedious series, but overall, I hope you guys really enjoy it. This is not going to be just a simple how to create a minigame server or anything like that. It's going to be more of a unique style to myself and the community I'm going towards. I hope you guys really do enjoy it, and it may even help you guys out with some tricks and what plugins to use in certain occasions. I just hope from this series you guys can learn some small little bits or even some large ones, really up to you. But overall, let's get started on this amazing journey. To begin with, what am I gonna create? I've showcased this in the past where I'm trying to develop a MMORPG adventure type with story-based driven server in Minecraft. I know that sounds very large and maybe never can happen, but I'm going with it. I don't care. So how do you begin a project like this so big? I'm not gonna lie, I have started this beforehand. I had it for about 4 months in development, and we created a large map. We have some entities already in the world. But I started it incorrectly. I immediately started head-on in the project, doing the larger tasks instead of worrying about the smaller tasks that became bigger over time, such as how do you start the adventures, how are entities going to attack, and how can you defend, weapons, and such. So leaving those behind didn't really help. I needed to go back on step 0, and we went to sounds. To get started, I need to create regions where audio and music would play. In paper, it sounds easy without problems, but I quickly learned it wasn't. First step was going into Spigot and seeing what I can find. I really liked ambience. It was my first suggestion. I talked to the developer in the past. He's super nice, and he even assisted me adding texture pack sounds into the actual plugin. He was really nice. Unfortunately, there was one issue, and it was a very large issue. You cannot have 2 regions overlapping, meaning if you walked in and there was 2 different audios within the same region, it would choose one and would not play the other. That's a big issue when I want ambient sound and a music playing, and let's say a very local sound playing somewhere else. It's fine when you want to play one genuine sound if you're in a cave or in above areas, but it didn't work out for me and how I wanted. So my plans of using that plugin was down the hole. I had about 4 weeks of trying it out and it didn't work out. So going back to stage 0, I decided on World Guard and Extra Flags, which if you don't know what Extra Flags is, it's just a World Guard add-on which add additional flags to it. It's really amazing. And what really helped out was they had play sound, which is going to help me a ton, but again, can only play one music in the region. Meaning I can't have a region overlapping another region playing 2 musics. Again, that's fine, and it left me with no choice. I had to execute commands, which was really a pain in the bum, because once you're entering a region, I want them to be able to listen to 2 musics. But the main problem with just running play sound was there was a World Guard glitch where it took the center of the region and decided to play the sound there. The player cannot hear it, and the command won't even run because the player is too far away to hear the sound. The only other way was to look for threads, ask for friends, and the only way to do it is make the player execute an operator command. This won't give them permission such as game mode 1 or anything like that, but it can make them run a command without them knowing. I'm running all of this with command console output so I can see how it's going to work and everything. It's really helpful, but overall, it finally worked. I managed to walk into a region and actually start playing music. Walking to one region and then music overlapping and you hear a different music completely was honestly music to my ears. Literally. But the only issue I have now is making it fade out. Honestly, I do not have a way to do this. If you guys know any way, please let me know in the description down below if there's a plugin that can make music fade out on command or anything like that. It'll be really helpful. But again, cutting out the music isn't too bad as it may be able to fade out by itself. We'll see. Now going into the next stage is monsters. This was very tricky as well, but since I knew the basics at least, it helped out. Spawning an entity was fine. Using block blends to create the models, and again, thanks for Jading for first texturing animating, and creating the model really helped me out with the process of just letting me do the backend. Jaden is a beast when it comes to this type of stuff. I already knew the backend of creating and adding the mob. Model Engine helped out with this a ton, and using mythic mobs with a few basic knowledge actually helped out, and the community is great. They love helping out, and I am extremely grateful. Now back to it, spawning an entity, it's fine. They can roam around with a simple AI of a skeleton or anything like that, and it worked out. They would attack you, and I used a long range attack, which with some particle effects was fine. I'm going to be changing it in later down the line because I know some people may not use particles as it may be lagging their computer or anything like that. So I will use a more direct entity such as a player head with a unique texture to make it that everyone can see it, no matter if you have particles on or off, and I'll still add a additional small feature where you can see particles. Now that's fine, they're attacking you, they're roaming around, but that doesn't look as satisfying in my eyes. I wanted to create situations where they would stop, attack, and walk again, and repeat. It's a bit trickier from asking the community and looking through threads. You need to slow down the entity, give a slowness effect, and then remove it right after. The attack worked, and then I came into another issue where every time it would attack you, slow down, it would look south for some reason. I don't know why this happened. I wish I knew. Even the community was kind of freaked out about it. I'll get to fixing it more later down the line. It's not as bad. I temporarily removed it, mainly because I wanted to see it roam around and not look south every single time. It was a bit odd. But overall, we have entities roaming around the world. We have sounds creating this nice ambience. And overall, this is a great starter to a server that hopefully will get better down the line. To sum things up, where we stand on the current server, I do have bigger plans for starting missions and completing them, NPCs that you can interact with, and of course, guns. Lots of guns. Honestly, I'm excited to see the future of this server, and I hope you guys follow me on this journey of completing my first ever MMORPG story-based driven server. It's a complete mouthful. I think I'm completely gonna have to change that one around, aren't I? If you guys love this, give me your thoughts down below. I would love to read it out, and if you guys have any tips for me, I would love that as well. You're never too old to learn new tricks. If you guys want to know how to create your very own mob, I did post a video beforehand as well, with block bench and everything as a part 1 series, so make sure to check that out. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next episode. Cheers.